Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to Cloud Opsra YouTube channel. This channel is dedicated for the new era of cloud operations. So for today's session, we're going to discuss regarding the endpoint solution, its importance and the advantages as well as how we can implement. So before, what exactly traditionally how endpoint should be managed. Without endpoint, how an admin can suffer each and every operations by day-to-day operations. So let's talk about the traditional way. So there is let's say there is 50 systems are there, 50 systems. So these 50 systems are managed by one admin in a company. 50 systems managing in the sense, so might be he is installed the Windows server and configure the domain controller. So from this domain controller, he wants to manage the endpoints such as user creation, user creation and deletion and accessing specific applications, and if you talk about giving only or else approved software list. Likewise, he can able to do this based upon domain controller and each and every computer configuration. But what exactly there is the specialty of endpoint. So when you talk about specialty, each and every system, each and every laptop or server can able to manage from the domain controller can able to manage from the domain controller. But when you talk about this endpoint central solution, do you also get the vulnerability score? Yes, we can also get the vulnerability score. And from endpoint we can able to get the applications that sense, application list you can also consider like application list, and you can able to get the service tag or serial number, and you can also get you can also take the remote control, and the best feature is patch management, and you can also get more about configuration of PS code, PowerShell code. You can able to deploy the PowerShell code, and you can do whatever. There are a lot many things. We will discuss you very slowly in next couple of minutes by having a presentation. I have prepared that. Then once it is done, what is the importance? What exactly the configuration as a cloud architect or a cloud admin? You should have to think about the company, and you should have to provide a solution likewise. So for a company XYZ, there is 50 laptops are there, 50 laptops. To get patches, to maintain a approved list, maintain approved software list, and as well as maintaining the hardware tag or asset tag, and configuration, and all the above steps includes, and next future steps also I'll explain you the further steps. These 50 laptops can able to admin can able to do the process, and can able to install each and every agent into the 50 laptop from the central server. From the central server, he can able to access these 50 agents, and he can able to communicate with this. This means admin can able to saves time, as well as productivity increases, and lot of advanced features he can able to provide to the endpoints or end missions. Same thing. Let's say we are in the cloud operations. We are maintaining like private cloud, public cloud, whatever might be. So X employee or X company wants 50 servers or 25 servers. All are Windows 2019 or 2022. Now, for a compliance, they ask you the couple of questions, couple of controls. You can also call as controls. So, what kind of controls are? So, asset management, MGMT, asset management. Where is the asset management? And show me the proof. At this time, if he doesn't have this kind of endpoint solution, we can't able to show to the auditor. Auditor will ask you that question of the real-time questions, and he want the evidences even. While you submitting any answer to the auditor, he will ask you the parallel kind of evidences even. So at the time we need to be we need to be like the place to submit this evidences. At this time, endpoint central or endpoint solution is very helpful. Like let's say we will deploy central server. We will deploy the central server and in a cloud, and we will configure 25 agents. Then central server can able to communicate agents can able to communicate to the centralized server agents. Now this way we can able to achieve this all kind of features. The features which I shown here, there are lot many features we can able to achieve, and we can able to operate from the central server. Now admin can able to feel free, like he will come and he will sit and he will log in, and this 25 agent he can able to look on that. Each agent he can able to see that stats. This statistics contains all the information which we can able to I'll also after this video I'll plan to do the theoretical, not a theoretical. We can able to plan for the practical even. We can able to do that. Now this central server agent is communicated once a connection is established. Once we allow the port rule or port groups in a firewall, then after we can able to achieve the central server to agent able to communicate seamlessly. Now from the admin can able to do all the things from the central server, and we have implemented all, even it is Windows, Ubuntu or Linux or macOS, we can able to achieve all the kind of steps from the central server. Admin can't able to go to each and every desk and cannot able to figure it out this kind of task. Admin is able to, or admin is in the place to do from his own end, so that from the centralized dashboard he can able to operate everything, and from there you need not to be face any kind of issues. Even if you face the issue, we can able to raise it again, and admin can able to solve in the centralized server. So no need a physical presence of admin can able to can able to come to your place and solve this kind of issues. So the issue might be anything over the over the system level, or the kind of the introduction. We will talk about presentation. So we have included the solution called endpoint solution, which is called as managing an UEMS. So it's a kind of centralized, it's a kind of agent-based lightweight endpoint client. So it has the server. We're going to be deploying in a Windows machine that acts like an endpoint central server. And the agent, whatever we are going to install in the Windows or Linux or macOS, those are called agents. Those agents are able to communicate with the UEMS central server. So this entire solution called as endpoint management and the security platform. So which is we can also install over the desktops as well as the laptops, and as well as in our servers even. So this is mainly for to do and automate the managing tasks, and over the security even. It is also called as endpoint vulnerability, getting the score and CV score, and as well as 0-day vulnerability. So we can able to check the features in the next couple of in a practical session. And moving to the next slide, key capabilities of this managed engine. This contains vast number of key capabilities, which included automated IT assets. So we're going to be manage the IT assets using some controls to get that controls to manage the set discovery. So for hardware and software, we use this tool, and OS and upgradation patching activity for the Windows or Linux kind of distribution, and centralized software distribution, which is acts like a life cycle management. And also we can able to write some policies, baselining, hardening policies, such as approved list of softwares, or else firewall and browser settings, browser restriction, and only able to access via only pre-approved solutions, and USB block device control. So lot many features are there. We'll learn slowly. And identity vulnerabilities and remedies effects even. So just predefined vulnerability score. Let's say if you're using Windows 10, if you add this agent to there, then a centralized server will throw you an error like this agent or this endpoint is out of support or end of life. Like this, it can able to it can able to predefinedly you can able to get the information over the centralized server, the centralized dashboard. Integrating for remote support and desktop control. So vast number of remote controls we can able to take the laptop access and execute the scripts and automate the maintenance tasks, and power scheduling, wake up plan. We can able to perform this three kind of things even, and to segregation and devices and encryption control. This tool is very efficient. Coming to the next slide. So how it will works. Generally, this agent, once you install on your end system, which is in the laptop or desktop or server, so it will act like a background services. It will run as a kind of agent. So with this agent is continuously communicating with the central server. Whatever the information that is that is processed over the agent level, it will send to the centralized server. Then centralized server is able to manage the information, and it will gather the information from the agent, and it will separately whatever the options, whatever the controls are already there in this application, this information can be fetched there, and it's a kind of whenever admin able to open the portal, it's a kind of ready-made information over the console. So we can able to deploy silently. The main advantage of the feature is you can able to install this agent into the laptop, desktop, and servers. Zero downtime. You doesn't require any downtime to install or to deploy the kind of agent, and optimize on the distributed servers for the large distributed environments even. So the architecture components, there is couple of architecture that you understand, that you need to be understand. One should be like the central server and the agent endpoint agents. Central server kind of it's a kind of management hub where administrator has a web console, and they can able to operate a couple of options. Options included policy definitions, reporting, or to do some policies, hardening policies, or USB block, or device control, or patching, or automating using the PS1 code. So likewise, kind of central server, you can able to perform lot many options, whatever it is applicable. Once you click on options in the central server, it is directly communicating to the endpoint, and it will give you the information from there. So now second point is like endpoint agents. This is also called as lightweight agents, lightweight software, which is installed on your end devices. It might be a desktop, laptop, or servers. Now, what exactly, when you install this agent, what exactly you can able to see on the console? You can able to see on you can able to see like OS configuration or apply configuration from the central server, and the policies what you applied in the central server, it can be able to replicate there and operate there, and it can able to perform this operation task whatever you given the instruction on the central server. So this how the core architecture and components, and I hope like from this solution we can able to save the operational cost. We can able to do some operations very efficiently in an advanced manner, and now based upon this we can able to conclude that the theory aspects, endpoint solution, you can able to manage the endpoint devices, which you can able to perform the couple of options from the central server. So next session, next part, we can able to we can able to go and install on this endpoint UEMS agent and the central server, overhead server, and I will show you all the things step by step process. Please free to do comment, and if you have any kind of questions, please let me know.